Hey guys, it's Elle, and today I greet you with no makeup on my face because, gonna be honest, quite lazy. Anyways, today's video is gonna be a little talking video. Today I kind of want to talk about something that's like been in the back of my head for a little bit. I have a bit of like imposter syndrome. When it comes to being Gyaru, there are sentiments and stereotypes, things that you associate with Gyarus for the most part. And there are some boxes I don't really check, and it makes me feel like I'm not Gyaru enough. Let me explain. We already know that the whole thing about Gyaru is like it is a lifestyle. It's not just a style. It's not just a makeup style. It's its whole own thing. It's a subculture. There's substance to it. It's not just something that's purely based on looks. And even with that being said, I still sometimes think in my back of the head, like, maybe I'm not Gyaru enough because I don't do XYZ. I'm going to go over on what makes me think sometimes, am I gal enough? Like, am I doing this right? Even though, like, obviously on my social media, people can look at me and be like, yeah, you're Gyaru. Like, duh. Like, why is this even a question? For one, being somebody who suffers with social anxiety very severely, Gyaru is kind of about having some sort of nightlife. It's having, obviously like socializing and things such as that. I don't really like have friends. I don't have friends in real life. I have like people I went to school with who I sometimes talk to, but as for like a consistent person that like if I'm going somewhere, I'll be like, hey, let's do this. I don't get invited to things unless they're family related, and none of my family members are actually into J fashion, so it's like I can't drag anybody with me to do certain things or to talk about certain things because like they don't really care. And so because Ghetto is like known for like also this like big personality, this kind of I don't give a energy, like I'm gonna be me and I'm gonna be me loud as fuck because who gonna stop me? But I run into the issue because I do have social anxiety. It's not even just that, it's also because I don't have a loud personality. You know what I'm saying? When I film these videos, this is me like amping myself up. So if you already think I'm boring, baby, this is it. This is it turned up. In public, I'm not a big talker. I'm a man of very few words. I'm not good. It's not that I'm not good at socializing. I mean, it is, but like, it's also just because I don't speak unless I have anything to say. And sometimes the things I have to say, I also think aren't of importance. So I just like don't talk, which makes it hard for me to make friends because I'm not the type of person to like have a conversation with a stranger. I'm like, what do you want from me? And like, I have no problem when it's online. I think it's less because of like in-person meeting. It's more of like on the internet, weirdly enough, at least in my small little bubble of the internet, people are like nice to me initially. I don't have to worry about, does this person like me? What do they think about me? Da, 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 da. And it's not like I'm self-conscious. It's that I'm used to adapting whatever personality a person wants from me and then doing that, because I feel like when I don't do that, people think like I'm uninterested, I don't like them, I'm bored, and it's like, no, I'm having a good time. I just love shutting the fuck up. So like, I don't have a nightlife, I don't have friends. Maybe this is insecurity. Maybe that's what it is. Like, and that's a whole nother thing about like, I feel bad if I tend to be insecure about something, because to be Gyaru is to not be insecure, to not let your insecurities take over. And so sometimes I'll wear like softer styles or lighter styles of Gyaru if I'm hanging out with family, because I don't know, I get nervous when I get too much attention, but I love attention, if that makes sense. Like when somebody's like too much like, oh my god, you're such a fashionista, look at what you're wearing, so much makeup that you make it all work, like it just irritates me somehow. It just feels weird. The nicer part of me that wants to be nicer to myself is like, that's why you're Gyaru. Like, you're Gyaru because you want to get over these insecurities. You don't want to hide yourself or hide your personality. This is like an exercise. This isn't like, because I'm Gyaru, I automatically can't have any insecurities. It's like, no, I'm Gyaru because I have insecurities and I would like to get over them. At least from my experience online, most of the community that I interact with is very nice and very understanding, and like kind of lift me up and cheer me up. I'm so nervous about stepping out full Gyaru, like full mama Gyaru, out because I'm like, it's not like I've had any like bad experience when I do wear Gyaru out. I just don't like explaining it. I think I would rather somebody just go, "Oh, you look cute," and that be that. But I always get questions like, "Are you dressed up for something? Is this cosplay? Are you dressing up as a character?" And like, god damn it, can you say I just look good? Can you just say I look good and that can be that? Like, why does it have to like? Like, I think a lot of the things that are holding me back are simply because I can't show the responses of other people to seeing me in Gyaru, and I want it to be a certain response because I'm a little sensitive. I get my feelings hurt. I don't know where this sudden insecurity has come out to where I'm like, I can't do XYZ because I don't want people to be too drawn to me. Gyaru will just draw more attention to me, and I'm already anxious about certain interactions because it feels like I don't know what the right response is. So when somebody compliments me or says something, I'm like, am I supposed to take this as a compliment? Am I supposed to strike up a conversation? Is this person looking for more out of this interaction? I think this is me just like being way too anxious about things that don't really matter, but it's hard for me to say that they don't matter because I'm so worried about how I look to other people. And like I said, I'm trying to use Gyaru to do that, to kind of push me past that limit. So I'm not sitting in my room doing nothing, talking to nobody, feeling the worst about myself. I know that the stereotypes are just stereotypes, but somehow my brain is like, if I don't follow each of these stereotypes, I'm not Gyaru. And it's like, I'm causing my own hell. Like, I'm putting myself in my own hell. Because it's not like I'm having interactions with people that are saying I'm not Gyaru enough. But it's just like when I see other Gyarus out and about and I'm like on social media, I'm like, I want to look like that. I want to be like that. I want to have this confidence. And somehow that is like doing the reverse effect for me. It's like making me more anxious, making me more self-conscious. And I literally don't know why. I literally don't know why. It's so nerve-wracking because I'm fighting with myself. And I didn't feel this way until like more recently. And it's weird because it's not like anything has been done or said to me for me to feel this way. It's just this sense of like I have to check all the boxes, or I'm not enough, or I don't fit in. And I don't know why that is. I literally don't know why that is. And like, my biggest problem is that I want everybody to have a specific image of me, and I want people to think of me in a certain way, and I can't control that. I think the problem is more so I don't really understand the type of person that I am because I'm always trying to just be what other people already think of me, or just to like keep that image, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. And then on top of that, I am transmasc / non-binary, they, he pronouns, and I no longer feel weird about the body that I'm in. It was a long journey for me when I was younger, when I first realized I don't really feel like a girl. I don't really feel like a woman. And since that, you know, people then hear that and expect, okay, so you're not a woman. Clearly you want to be a man, so you need to dress like a man. If you see me in real life, baby, you know these curves cannot be hidden with any sort of amounts of baggy clothes. I'm gonna get fit queen regardless. After years of going through that mental battle already, I was like, I'm gonna dress how I want to dress. I'm gonna have both kind of more masculine or baggy clothing whilst also still strutting out and, you know, pink frills. I'm gonna do what I do. I've never been like a super girly girl. I just like looking good. That's what I tell people all the time. I like switching aesthetics. I like trying different things. I like trying new silhouettes. I stopped putting myself in that kind of like box so early on, and I was fine with that. But like, there's so many dumb people on this earth, unfortunately. So when I do say I'm transmasc, but I have no problem with being feminine. I have no problem dressing feminine. I have no problem with the fact that I have boobs. I have no problem with that. I no longer feel upset with the body that I'm born in because I think gender is a mental thing. I say it all the time that Gyaru is a different form of gender expression for me. It's like drag, and I see it as that, and I see it just as, I don't want to say a character, but it's like I am transforming once I am like in Gyaru makeup and Gyaru clothes. When I look at myself, I don't see boy or girl. I just see a person. It just feels like I have to choose one or the other. It is just everything I do in order to express just how I feel that I always want to question. It's like I have to teach myself to be queer because I don't have anyone around me to say, no, it's okay to be weird. It's okay to feel like an alien. It's okay to not feel like you don't fit in, but don't try to hide yourself or change yourself to fit in. You don't have to fit into a box. I don't have to sit there and say, I'm Garu, I'm only Garu. These are the substyles that I wear, and I'm only going to wear these. It limits creativity, it limits expression. It's like I have to pick a personality to go with that day. And I don't like doing that particularly. I want to be able to just be me. That includes being Yada. That includes being trans. That includes this mismatch style I like to have. It should include that. I hate to be one of those people, but I low-key think it's just because of Mercury's in retrograde, and this is a moment for not rebirth, but rediscovery of who I am as a person, because it seems like I've gotten lost on who I am. I don't know. Life is hard. Loving yourself is hard, but not impossible. I mean, I know I'm Garu. At the end of the day, I know what I am. It's just feeling like I'm doing something wrong for whatever reason. That's why I'm not wearing any makeup. If you like this video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as turn on notifications so you never have to miss another video. I hope you, well, I don't know if I hope you relate to this, but I hope those who relate to this know that they're not alone. Bye!